Whether you want to make a leaf or a branch, this is the video that you need to watch. Let's kick things off by gathering our materials. Here is what you'll need. 2 pieces of thick metal wire, each measuring 10 inches for the branches. 7 thinner wires, each around 5.5 to 6 inches long. A pair of scissors, a crochet hook, and of course, some lovely yarn. We will begin by tying a knot and creating a chain of 11. And by the way, if you plan to use it as a decorative element, like the pouch you see in the background, which I designed and decorate with some beautiful flowers and leaves, you can find the pattern for that in the description box. Once you've crocheted your chain of 11, insert your wire into the last chain you made. Then make a single crochet in the next chain, followed by a half double crochet in the next one, and then 5 double crochets. If you're just looking to make a leaf, feel free to skip the wire addition. To hide the wire, position it beneath the new stitches, align it parallel to the chain, and as you yarn over or under, the wire will be covered seamlessly. After completing 5 double crochets, follow up with a half double crochet and then a single crochet. Next, fold your wire in half, aiming for a pointed top, as pointed as you can get it. I couldn't get it as pointed as I wished, so yeah. In the last chain, make a slip stitch followed by a chain 1 and a slip stitch, all within the same chain. Now shift to the opposite side of the chain, folding the wire close to the chain base, and place the starting thread from the initial knot parallel to the wire. Begin with the next chain by making a single crochet, then a half double crochet, and follow that with 5 double crochets. Remember to tuck the starting thread beneath the new stitches, leaving about a ½ centimeter at the back for later trimming. Once you've completed the double crochets, make a half double crochet and a single crochet to finish your leaf. As mentioned earlier, if you're just making a leaf, you can skip the wire altogether. Now, slip stitch into the first stitch, which was a single crochet, then cut a length of thread about 2 inches long, pulling through. Be sure to trim the starting thread that we tucked away earlier. Gently pull it out and cut it off. Twist the 2 sides of the wire together and cover it with your leftover thread as demonstrated in the video. It might be a bit challenging at first, so take your time and practice a couple of times. Once you get the hang of it, it will become much easier, I promise. After that, secure the ½ centimeter of thread between the 2 wire sides and twist it together. If you're not using a wire, simply add the leftover thread within the leaf to secure it and cut it off. There you have it, your first leaf is complete! The challenging part for me was at the top as I struggled to hide the wire. If you're encountering the same issue, I found a solution. Grab a sewing thread and needle that closely matches your yarn color. Fortunately, mine matched quite well. To secure the stitches from the back, I inserted my sewing needle into the very tip of the leaf and then into the next stitch that was revealing the wire. I gently pulled to bring them together like this. After that, I tucked away my thread and snip it off. If you have a better method for concealing it, please share your invaluable tips in the comments below. I truly appreciate your assistance. And while you're here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. The great thing about this hiding technique is that it doesn't alter the appearance from the front, it simply makes the back stitches neater. Plus, using a very thin thread makes it invisible. As I mentioned, we're going to make 7 leaves. I am going to make 2 branches, each in different shade of green. Now, let's make another leaf using my second color. I'll start by chaining 11. Then inserting the wire into the last chain, position it parallel to the base chain. Next, I'll do a single crochet, a half double crochet, and then 5 double crochets. After completing those, I follow up with another half double crochet and a single crochet. Fold the wire in half like this, and then in the last chain make a slip stitch, chain 1, and a slip stitch in the same chain. Let's position the starting thread parallel to the wire and the initial chain line, then encase it within your stitches like this. Finally, we will create a slip stitch to connect with the first single crochet we made earlier. I prefer to keep my yarn behind the wire for better coverage. If you discover a different method that works better for you, please share it in the comments below so we can chat about it. Now trim your thread to about 2 inches and begin twisting the wire like this. Next, wrap your thread around the wire. If your wire or thread is longer, twist it more to ensure it's well covered while wrapping. Secure any leftover thread between the wires and twist again. After that, gently pull the beginning thread to hide it beneath the stitches before cutting it. Lastly, I'll conceal the wire from the back using my sewing thread and needle, and there you have it, another leaf in a different shape. If you know a way to hide the wire from the back without using a sewing needle, please share it in the comments so we can all learn from your expertise. We need to create 7 leaves. Now, the trickiest part, which is attaching them to the thicker wire. Let's all take a deep breath and start by aligning the end of the first leaf to the edge of the wire. Hold about an inch of the yarn under your thumb, keeping the leaf wire and the branch wire together. So you will have 2 wires and the beginning thread to hold tightly. Begin wrapping them with the yarn. It can be a bit tricky again, so don't hesitate to practice a couple of times until you feel comfortable. The key is to keep those wraps tight, like as tight as possible. So make sure to secure your yarn well. Once everything is in place, hold the yarn between your thumb and index finger, twist the branch as you go, ensuring that every single millimeter is covered. As you reach about 1.5 inches in coverage, it's time to start adding leaves to both sides of your branch. You'll want to attach 2 leaves at a time. Don't stress about their appearance just yet. The wire allows for adjustments later on. The key is to ensure they are positioned evenly and facing forward. Take your time with this step. Once both leaves are aligned and parallel, begin wrapping your yarn around them and the branch. Make sure those wraps are tight, okay? Feel free to experiment with colors like yellow or orange, depending on the season you're crocheting for. I would love to see your creations, especially those autumn hues. When you've wrapped about 1.5 inches, it's time to add another pair of leaves following the same steps. Ensure these new leaves are also parallel to each other, and you can fine-tune their placement later for a more polished look. Do a few wraps to secure them tightly, okay? Continue wrapping until you reach the other 2 leaves. The concept is straightforward, but you may need a bit of practice to get comfortable with it, because I for sure needed that. Once all the leaves are attached, keep wrapping the yarn around the branch until you reach the end. I find it helpful to flip the branch upside down and wrap the thread loosely 4 or 5 times before tightening everything up. Repeat this process until you finish. You can stick with the original method of holding the yarn between your thumb and index finger while rotating the branch, but the upside down technique can save you a lot of time and keep the leaves out of the way, making the whole process much easier. This is an incredibly quick and effective method to completely cover the branch. As you approach the end, apply some hot glue to secure it. Wrap the end once or twice to ensure it's covered, then add a bit more glue to hold the thread in place. A little reminder for everyone. Please be super cautious when using hot glue, as it can cause some serious burns. Trust me, I have learned the hard way with a couple of finger burns. So just be careful. There you have it. Your branches are now beautifully finished, secure, and ready to shine. You can place them in a vase and brighten up your home with some lovely flowers. These flowers were a pattern test I did for a friend on Instagram, and I'll link that post in the description box for you to check out. Stay tuned for upcoming videos where I'll be creating more flowers so we can put together a stunning bouquet or vase for our homes. Don't forget to subscribe and drop a comment below. With that, my beautiful familia, all that is left to say is that until next time, I'll see you next time. Bye!